Hello, my beautiful people. Are you all having a good day today? I sure hope you are. Today, I am back on Warframe to bring you guys another build video. Today's build is going to be on my favorite weapon in all of Warframe, the Tenet Arca Plasmor. This is a shotgun weapon that you can get by killing a sister of Parvos. And this build that I will be showing you is a Steel Path viable build, which means you can take it into Steel Path and just have some fun with it. Do keep in mind, guys, that these builds are just for you to take inspiration from to make your own build, or heck, if you're feeling lazy and you just want a good build to do the job, you can copy this build down to a T, have some fun with it because it is a great build. So I'm not going to take up any much more of your time. Let's hop into the build, shall we? Alrighty guys, so here are the mods and the arcane that I'm running. Now, like I said, this is a Tenet version of the weapon, so that I can get a progenitor bonus. The progenitor I went for is heat. Now, as for the mods, I'm running prime point blank for increased damage, shotgun, semi-shotgun cadence for increased damage and for punch through, critical deceleration for increased crit chance, prime chilling grasp for cold, galvanized savvy for status chance, prime ravage for increased crit damage, galvanized heck for multi-shot, contagious spread for toxin, and lastly, galvanized acceleration for the increased projectile speed. For arcanes, I am running primary merciless for increased damage with the added bonus of increased reload speed, this is very nice because the Tenet version of this weapon has reduced reload speed, so this can be very helpful. Now, of course though, guys, if you do not have the prime version of these mods, just run the normal version. I'm sure you'll do just fine. As long as you have these galvanized mods, you know, you can just go ham, right? So I'm gonna show you guys how this does against Steel Path enemies in the simulacrum. We're gonna spawn in level 170 Steel Path corrupted heavy gunners, one of the tankiest enemies in the game. Now, since I am running galvanized mods and arcanes and stuff, we do have to ramp this thing up by getting a few kills. So in the beginning, it's gonna kind of struggle a bit, but you see that it is, for right now, it's actually doing some pretty good damage. Even though we don't even have the stacks yet from our galvanized mods and arcanes. But once you do start getting some kills, you'll see this thing starts doing some crazy damage. And there's the reload. See, it wasn't that long due to the arcane. But as you can see, this thing's doing some pretty nasty damage, and we have the punch through and stuff, so it's just piercing through all these enemies. Yeah, this is a pretty disgusting weapon, man. This weapon is amazing. I love it a lot. Now, of course, this is a simulacrum, like I said, so it's not the real thing like if we were to go into a mission. That is why I'm going to go into a Steel Path survival mission in the void to show you guys how this build can do. So that way you can get a proper demonstration of how well this weapon do. So let's head into that right now, shall we? Alrighty guys, so here we are in the Steel Path Void survival mission. I had to think of the mission type for a second there. I'm currently using Oberyn and my Nautilus companion. Newsflash, this is my first time using Oberyn. I just recently got this guy and I was like, okay, let me just bring him in here because why not, you know, get some level for the guy. Now, I am going to try to use just 11 as much as I can, but I am going to be using Warframe abilities to keep myself alive, of course, because I don't want to just come in here and just get absolutely annihilated because I won't be able to really even show you guys what the weapon can do. So, like I said, it's my first time using Oberyn, so I might not even use the guy, right? So Oberyn mains, please don't come after me, okay? I'm trying to learn how to use this, man. For what I've seen, it's actually a pretty cool Warframe, but that's besides the point. We're getting off topic here. This weapon, the Arca Plasmor, as you can see, is putting in some work, man. When we're hitting 1,000,000 damage here and there, this thing is pretty disgusting. I never actually told you guys why I like this weapon so much. I might be a bit biased here, and I definitely am, because this is one of my first ever Tenet weapons. Like back when I was first getting into Warframe, this was the first Tenet weapon that I decided to go for, and I fell in love with this thing immediately. This thing really carried me throughout Warframe, right? Like my first time playing Steel Path, doing like these hard missions and stuff, the Tenet Arca Plasmor really helped me out. to like complete these missions and stuff, because this thing was just amazing. Even before I got my hands on the galvanized mods and the galvanized mods, the prime mods, the arcanes, all that stuff, right? Even before all that, this weapon was really just a force to be reckoned with. Of course, now it's even more deadly now that I have my hands on this stuff. But before all that, this weapon was so good, man. And as you can see, it's performing pretty dang well. Now, of course, you guys saw that even without Oberyn armor stripping the enemies and stuff like that, this thing was performing really well. But now since we got Oberyn and whatnot, and my companion buffing the weapon, we're hitting damage into the millions, as you can see. I think we're hitting like 2 million, 3 million here and there. It's not every single time, but you'll see the occasional million damage, right? This thing, it's just amazing. And plus, the way how this weapon functions is very cool. I mean, it shoots like a giant wave of energy. Now, the Tenet version gives it the ability to ricochet off walls. Now, that doesn't sound crazy on paper, but I have hit some crazy shots off some enemies simply due to the fact that it's ricocheting off walls. Now, I would definitely suggest you get the Tenet version over the normal version because, right, like the Tenet version is just the overall better version. You should definitely make builds on the better version of something as opposed to getting the, what's the word I'm looking for? The inferior version of, you know, like there's like superior and inferior. I think that's the word. I could be entirely wrong, but you get what I'm trying to say. It's best to make a build on the best version of something as opposed to something that's like weaker to it, right? Because the Tenet Arca Plasmor just has like overall better stats, and like I said, the ability to ricochet off walls and stuff like that. And on top of that, since this is a Tenet weapon, you can get it to rank 40 to have more mod capacity. So that means making builds on it is going to be a lot easier because you can put way more expensive mods on it and get a lot more capacity for your buck. Oh, here comes the Acolyte. You guys are going to see what this thing can do. Now, I'm not going to armor strip the Acolyte. The only thing I'm going to do is just put down the grass, spawn this here, and that's all I'm going to do. And we're going to see how well it does. I mean, as you saw, one shot, that thing nearly killed it. I mean, all it took was 3 shots and the guy's dead. I didn't armor strip it or anything, and that's about it. The weapon is just a freaking force to be reckoned with, man. I love this thing a lot. The overall gimmick of it shooting a big radiation wave forward. The Tenet version making it ricochet off walls. I mean, I know I'm repeating myself here, but this thing is just amazing, man. Like, oh my God. Oh man, dude, like I've been using this weapon, like I said, since I started playing into the Steel Path, and I love it ever since. Of course, my build back then was a lot different, like I said, but even then it was powerful. Now it's just even more deadly now. So yeah, overall, this thing is just a really powerful weapon, man. There's not much else I can really say about it. Honestly, I'm just kind of repeating myself here. I mean, you guys see it just putting in the work. And of course, like I said, since we're armor stripping the enemies, it's gonna do even more damage. So now we're just pretty much waiting for the 5-minute mark to hit so we can extract, so I can end this video off. Pretty short video, I will say, but there's not much for me to really say though, you know? It's not like the Warframe build videos where I can go into more depth, right? Like with the Archon shards and all that. This is just me showing you guys the mods I have on the weapon, the arcanes, and that's really about it, really. It's not as long as a Warframe guide video would be. And there's not much for me to really talk about with the weapon. It's just, yeah, it's a powerful weapon. But that's about it for this video, guys. Just want to give you guys my take on my favorite weapon in all of Warframe, the Tenet Arca Plasmor. Let me know what you think about this weapon in the comments. Do you think the build that I have on it is good? Do you think it could use some improvements, right? Like, is there a mods that I could replace in it to make it better? Please let me know, because I am always ear open for some advice when it comes to my builds. Thank you guys for taking your time out today to watch this video. Hope this build helped you out in making your Tenet Arca Plasmor build, or hopefully you took this build for yourself and just have some fun with it. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you smash the like button, but only do it if you enjoy the video. Don't just do it to do it. If you like my channel and content as a whole, you can always subscribe. If you lose interest, you can always unsubscribe. It's entirely up to you. If you do subscribe, turn on post notifications so you get notified when I post the next video. And that's about it for today's video, guys. Again, thank you for taking your time today to watch this video. I'll see y'all in the next one, all right? Peace out, everybody.